Hello friends, welcome to the channel. This is the first video of the web development series that we started in this channel. And then it's a series where we try to build projects involving web development. Now for the first video, I want us to talk about this selected text here where we have our universal selector with padding 0, margin 0, and box sizing or border box. Well, most of the time you see this in many websites that you try to build, but why do we do this in the first place? So pick the last one, which is box sizing border box. We'll explain that one first. With that one, I've decided to use an example here where I've created two paragraphs, one with content box and then the other border box, and then I've styled them here with the same properties, just that their box sizing are different. This one takes a box sizing of content box, this one takes border box. You have the border to be the same, padding, width, and height to be the same. Now you realize with these two paragraphs, well, they are supposed to look the same, all things being equal, but they are not the same because of the box sizing properties that we have given it. So with the first one, the difference between the content box and then the box border box is that with the border box, it considers the padding values and then the border values in the height or in the width that you have specified. So when you are done with the styling and all that, it's considered inside the width and the height you specified. But with the content box, it's the height or the width you specify isn't going to be the final value. The final value will be that height or width you have specified plus the padding you specified and then the border size you specify. So the first box or the first paragraph we have here, we should select it and then we look at the box model here. We realized that the width and then the height that we selected appears here, so 400 by 80, and we realize that that one shows just the content area of the paragraph. Now outside the content area, we have the padding around of 15 pixels, and then we also have the borderline of 2 pixels as well. So we will see that with this paragraph, these sizes with the padding size and then the border size, they are not included in the final value that you specified. So to get the actual width and height, you will need to add up these values. So for this one is going to be 80 plus 15 15, so that's 30 plus 224, so that's about 114, which we can see here. Same with the width as well. Now if we are to use the border box property, we will realize that we specified a height of 80, right? So what happens is that if we should define a padding inside a box, it's going to subtract the padding value from the height we specify, which is the 80. So subtract 30 pixels from the 80, so that will be level 50 pixels, and then we'll also have the border size, so 2 so 50 minus 4, which will give us 46. So it means that after the deductions have been made, we have a space of 46 pixels left for the height. So with the content box, we realize that it continues to expand because it doesn't include those padding values and border values inside what you have specified. So to get the actual values, you need to do some kind of calculations to make sure that the elements you are dealing with are calculated or they fit in properly. So that's why we usually use the border box. With the border box, all those values are calculated automatically for you and then deducted from the value you specified. Now let's talk about the padding 0 and then the margin 0, which are also default values that you find in a web browser. Now with the element tags that you have in HTML, they usually have a some kind of default margin values that they come with. So for instance, the H1 tag that we have here has a some margin default value. It tells us 21.44. If we should also check for the paragraph, yeah, let's try the paragraph. We see that it also gives us some default value of 16. Well, here shows 64 because I defined the margin button. So each element defines its own margin values, and so it makes it brings about a lot of spacing in your work which is not needed. And so if you need to remove those spaces, that means you have to go and specify something like negative values for your margin. Well, it's not bad, but you do it for most of your elements. So that's why we decide to set those padding and margin values to 0, so that wherever we then need to give them values greater than or less than 0, we then do that to make the work easier. Yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done that. Like the video, let me know what you think about this video, and then share to others as well. See you in the next video.